Hello my friends and welcome back to another Random Things video. So I have changed Fido's outfits, kind of. She's wearing this cute little dress that I made a little while ago, and I took off her jacket and gave her the rainbow coat thing. Really makes me think of Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's a great musical. You all should check it out, even if you're not religious. It's just awesome. Anyway, this little gal keeps falling over, as does Kuromi. They just don't want to stand up. Anyway, yesterday I started on this dress. My mom gave me this fabric to make a dress out of, and she has one matching. It's the kind with this stuff for the top of it, so it's like almost ready for wearing kind of thing. Anyway. But we were having issues with our inverter yesterday, so I didn't get very far into it. But we got a new inverter, so hopefully I'll be able to work on that and maybe finish it today. And I also have 2 job interviews today. I had one that was scheduled late last week, and then another office called or messaged me today asking if I was available to do an interview today. So I'm really excited. They're both at dental offices. I have been wanting to be a dental assistant I've wanted to work in the dental industry. Originally, I wanted to be a dentist since I was like 10. But 10 years of college is a lot, so no more dentist job. But I did do my dental assisting training in 2020, and then the job market is just super competitive, so I wasn't able to get a job. But I have 2 dental assistant job interviews today, and I am so excited. So yeah, if I get one of these jobs, then we'll be staying over here and hopefully finding a house in the area. And I'm so excited. I'm also really nervous. We went and bought me some new interview clothes because I didn't have nice slacks or really a nice shirt. Because I've been working in retail for the last 2-3 years when I've had jobs. And you don't really need to dress up as much for those interviews. So, got some nice slacks and a nice dress shirt for this occasion, and I am really excited and really nervous, but yeah. So it's been a few days since I've worked on this gal, partially because it was raining, partially because I was just busy with other stuff. But yeah, just a quick update on those job interviews that I had. I think they both went really well. I haven't heard back from either of them yet, but keep you posted on that. We're leaving this beautiful area, going to a different area that I don't know if y'all remember, but not last winter, but the winter before we were down here. And we spent some of it here and some of it in a different area, and we're going to that different area because there's more trees, it's a lot cooler, and it's supposed to be really hot this weekend, so we're leaving tomorrow. So today I'm just going to be packing up dolls while she sits in the sun. Hopefully this will be her last treatment or close to last. Everything's pretty much gone. Mostly just the black on her chin is what's really being stubborn. So, yeah. Alright, so I brought her inside, washed her hair, and I was styling it, and it wouldn't stay put. I think that because it's been hot, her hair kind of heat set in the wrong position when I was trying to get the stains off. So I've put a headband around it to kind of position it how I need it. And then the black stains on her chin still won't come off. So I have those like that. So she's going to be out here for a little bit. I also did some research on her, found some information, very little information, but she's from Japan, so obviously she's not super common in the US. But I found out the yellow on her cheeks is actually supposed to be there. It's blushing, so that explains why it wasn't really coming off. So there was other spots on her cheeks that I got off, and the black on her chin I'm trying to get off, and hopefully the warmth of the sun will also set the bangs into the right position, and then I'll be able to reattach her head, and I'm excited. And then I have my doll display all packed up. My desk is well, most of it's packed up, just some stuff that I was working on, including the doll. Still here. But yeah, that's how that all will travel. And then I need to clean up all of this stuff as well before we leave tomorrow. Just brought this girly in, took the headband off, and her hair still isn't laying how I want it, so I'm going to leave the headband on there for a little longer before I reattach the head to the body. But I also made this shirt for this girly. This was the shirt I had made for her previously, and it was just way too small on her. I didn't think, and I traced just her back on a piece of paper to make the pattern, but she's got more width than that. So this time I measured and did a bunch of mathy stuff. Well, not really math. I figured it out and ended up with these pattern pieces right here. This is the darts that I have right here. And then this is the back of the shirt. This actually isn't the original back of the shirt. I think I threw it away because I made it too small, so I had to cut up the back so that it can come on and off. I was hoping to make it so it stretches on and off, so I might make another one at some point using this new bigger back piece. But also this ended up needing to be cut down, and I don't know exactly what I did, but yeah. But I'm much more happy with this. I still need to figure out the pants though, because I am not happy with the pants. So, still working on her a cute outfit. I really love this fabric. My machine doesn't really like it, but sewing with such a small doll, I don't really hand sew. I don't really use the machine much. I did use the machine on the pants, using stabilizer, so the machine doesn't eat it. Maybe I'll show you how I did that at some point. But I've made this shirt and this shirt fully by hand. So yeah, hopefully her hair will set how it's supposed to. And then there's still black splotches, but I think that's as light as they're gonna get unless I spend weeks and weeks, which I would like to give this doll back to my mom in June when I see her next. So I don't really have the time to try and get that stain completely out. Plus, it's on the bottom of her chin, so it's not going to really show, especially once her head is reattached. It'll be hidden with the kimono and stuff. Don't know what caused it, because there's no black on the kimono, but I don't know. Who knows? So we've made it to our new location. I still haven't set everything up quite yet, but I've reattached this girly's head, and I just wanted to show you how hilarious. This is the bit of the zip tie that I cut off. I need to get more of these, but I use these really, really narrow zip ties that are meant for reborn dolls, because I can't find any zip ties that are long enough for bigger dolls than this one, and still skinny enough to fit in there. I do have some shorter ones, but they're not as skinny as this, which is why I used this, because she has a really skinny channel for the zip tie to go in. But yeah, I was gonna call her finished, but I'm not happy with her bangs still, so I have fixed them a little bit and put this back on, and I might hit it with a hairdryer later to try and heat set it a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do, but yeah, lots of fun. So I just made these pants for this gal. I started working on the pattern for them last night, finished it today. This is the pattern that I made. I made the waist a little bit small, so it's a little bit tight on her, but it works. Some of the stitching came undone because I did that part of the pants by hand. The rest I did by machine. And then they were a little bit too short, so I added that to make them kind of bell bottoms, but it didn't really, I did it wrong. My bad. But I think she looks super cute. Now her pants aren't all wonky. I also set up my dolls. Some of them I ended up taking their clothes off and putting them in the dresser. And I think I pulled out one. Yeah, I think I just pulled out that Ken, which I'm going to be making him pants in a minute. But yeah, so this is what my display is looking like at the moment. Super cute. This is pretty much the same, just moved a couple things around. Now both these gals are playing Barbies together. Super cuteness. I also changed her shirt. I put away a few OMG dolls, like 2 or 3 maybe. And then I took some of her clothes off because she came in a very layered look. So I took off the top layer, and I really love the distressed denim look. It's super cute. I also took off her headband and some of her jewelry. But yeah, super duper cuteness. Loving it. I just, like I said, I'm actually making overalls for him. I haven't started. I just barely finished those pants. This is an absolute mess. I need to clean up at some point. But yeah, I think I might, I don't know what I'll do about this pattern, because it isn't perfect, so I don't know if I want to put it away as is and just maybe write a note on it that it expand the waist a little bit or something. I don't know. It took a lot of work. I made this pattern completely from scratch. Basically, I wrapped this piece of paper around her waist, and then I cut in the front where her crotch is, and then in the back where her crotch is. And then I traced this on another piece of paper and drew out the J and all that, and ended up with this. But never made a pants pattern from scratch like that. But I couldn't use my Barbie pants patterns because I just couldn't figure out how to scale it down and have it work properly, because that's what this was. So now I like the shirt pattern that I made. I already talked about that and showed you the pattern itself. I think this shirt looks really good, way better than the other one. I actually threw away the original. And then these pants definitely look better than those, but they're still not perfect. I mean, the top isn't perfect either because I made the back band a little bit too small, but I adjusted that on the pattern, so next time I make her clothes. My boyfriend went to go get some lunch, and we share our location with each other on Google Maps, so I saw that he's almost here, so I decided to come outside. And I thought I'd show you this gorgeous area that we're in. I walked away from camp, so you can't really see our trailer. Pretty cactus. But yeah, it's just so pretty. I love it. I love it here. That's the road he'll be coming in on, so that's why I'm over here. I finished these overalls that I originally made for him, but I decided that they would look better in each other's outfits. Also, I realized, so this is King Dominic, the AA version from Barbie, the Princess and the Pauper, and he has a longer torso than current Ken proportions. If you notice, he's taller as well. So I don't think he has longer legs. I think the legs fit him exactly the same as that Ken, but his torso is longer, so the overalls are a little bit tight on him, but it's alright. So here they are. I had a little mishap and made this opening right here in the front, and it has pockets, so I had to switch it. So now it's got some weird details up front and the opening in the back, because it'll fit this Ken, but normal Ken body type, you can't pull the pants on and off without having some slack. And most of the time when I'm making pants, I'll put Velcro or a button there, but because it's overalls, I didn't need that. We just have 2 snaps up here, which might undo one of them. I don't know. First of all, I'll have to break the tension a little bit also, because it might look good. I don't know. So yeah, now I'm just gonna put these guys on display. I also beaded this guy's hair for Dolls Gone Goth. I'll be filming that video probably in a minute. And yeah, just filmed a little mystery blind bag video with got these 3 out of the mystery box thing. I've decided that she is finished, and I have a little hairnet on over her hair to keep it safe between now and when I see my mom next, which will be for a family reunion in June. And yeah, super duper fun. There's my display with my 2 dudes back there. And yeah. So I mostly finished mostly finished this dress. I cut it around knee length, and then I ended up having to bring it in a little bit because it was a little bit too loose at the top. But now it's like puckering at one of the seams, so I need to figure that out eventually. But I'm going to show you something funny and weird. I've had this doll out here soaking in some hydrogen peroxide because she has, yeah, it's still there, but it's not as dark. Some yellow there. I'll have her soaking. Definitely is getting lighter, so that's good, but I need to pull it out of the truck because my boyfriend is going to go somewhere. So, yeah. But, I was editing this video. Sometimes I like to get started on editing before I end it, especially because I never know how long the video is until I start editing it. So anyway, I've decided I'm going to end this rendition of random things right here. But quickly, I'm going to give you an update. I still haven't heard back on those 2 job interviews I had, so not really a lot of hope because they did say that they'd get back to me at the end of the week, which has passed. It's possible that they got busy and they will contact me tomorrow, which is Monday, but I don't know. So we're gonna just see how things go. Probably not, which is okay. Interviews are still good practice. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're never too old for dolls. Bye!